देखा है माखन मिश्री सब तेरी पुजारन मन से तुझे ढूंढे लाए मधुबन से तुम उनका है चित जो तेरे भक्त करे करे जो तू सबका रखवाला तू सबका रखवाला तू सबका रखवाला तू सबका रखवाला मन मोहन नंद किशोर तुम अपने भक्त जनों से हम सबका नाम भी लिखना मुरलीधर मत वाले हम तुझको चाहने वाले तू बनी है हम कमजोर तेरे भक्त करे कर जोड़ तू सबका रखवाला तू सबका रखवाला तू सबका रखवाला तू सबका रखवाला मन मोहन नंद किशोर मन मोहन नंद किशोर मन मोहन नंद किशोर.
Thank you, Bayan Musha. And now I'll call upon Dr. Pandit Ramkisoon to say, to give his blessing to this occasion. Panditji.
Thank you very much, Bhai Balramji. You're doing quite a job up here, I gotta tell you. It's not easy being you tonight. Devotees all, Dharmacharya ji, respected pundits, my apology. Sitaram to each and every one of you. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here, listening to my younger brother in a few minutes from now. So let's not take away that. Let's all clasp our hands and pray that Bhagwan bless us this evening, that the right message that's delivered from Vyasji's lips to our ears will guide us in our lives. Om Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Patale Vakshastale Kaustubham Nasagre Navamukti Kantanam Karatale Venu Kare Kankanam Sarvange Harichandanam Kalyan Kante cha Muktavali Gopashri Vijayate Vijayati Gopala Churamani Prem Solo Vindravan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Panditji. Now we'll have the last bhajan, and
ब्रिज के नंद लाला राधा जी के सावरिया सब दुख दूर हुए जब तेरा नाम लिया ब्रिज के नंद लाला राधा जी के सावरिया सब दुख दूर हुए जब तेरा नाम लिया ब्रिज के नंद लाला रखा लिया सब दुख दूर हुए जब तेरा नाम लिया ब्रिज के नंद लाला राजा जी के सावरिया सब दुख दूर हुए जब तेरा नाम लिया जब तेरे गोकुल में आए विपदा बारी ऐसे ईश्वर भी सारी विपदारी मोर दया वदन जिसने उतारिया सब दुख दूर हुए जब तेरा नाम लिया ब्रिज के नंद लाला नैनों में श्याम बसे मन में बनवारी सुध बिसरा गए मुरली के धुन प्यारी मन मंदिर में रस रस रसारिया सब दुख दूर हुए जब तेरा नाम लिया ब्रिज के नंद लाला राधा जी सावरिया सब दुख दूर हुए जब तेरा नाम लिया जब तेरा नाम लिया जब तेरा नाम लिया
Thank you, Bahin ji. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our most respected and honorable Dharmacharya ji as he give his blessing to the opening of this yajna. Dharmacharya.
Thank you very much, Bhai Balram. And Vyasji, Bhagwan, Vipramandali, Shrotas, the Jagnanan Parivar, Priya Bhakta Jan. This evening, I'm very, very happy to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to Surya Dham, because it's Bhagwat Sapta, an entire week of Bhagwatam. And so it is all due to the auspices of the Jagnanan family. Panditji Gurdat Jagnanan is the president of the Federation of Hindu Mandirs, and he is doing a tremendous job there for Hindus in New York City. And so he thought with his family that they want to do this yagya, and most importantly, that he's selected Surya Narayan Mandir to come and have this yagya. Panditji, we thank you very much for selecting Surya Mandir, and most importantly, young, energetic, and vibrant Vyasji. So we know that this yagya will be beautiful. Vyasji is very talented. We will enjoy tonight's pravachan, and do come back every night to enjoy the ras of Bhagavatam. Boliye Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki dhanya ho.
Thank you, Dharmacharya. I remember young, vibrant, talented VSG, so energetic. I'll remember those words. I also want to recognize the honorable son of our Shrota, Kavindra Jagnanan. Where's Kavindra? Christina, and his lovely wife Christina back there, and also their beautiful daughter, my niece, Himanjali. So welcome. So before I hand the mic over to our VSG, I just wanted to give you a short introduction of his biography, tell you something about him that most of you probably don't know. So as he ascends the ascent today, think about this here. He's put on a status now where I consider him to be His Holiness. His Holiness VSG Suraj Hardawar Pandey embodies a very rich heritage linking him to a long lineage of Brahmin Pandits. Think about this here. His family history traces back to his great-grandfather, Pandit Hardawar Pandey, who migrated from India to Guyana in the year 1901. How many of you were alive then? 1901, that's a 1.25 century. That's 125 years ago. To be exact, 124 years ago. And throughout that 124 years, he had a big influence. His entire family had a big influence and a dharmic influence on our culture. His great-grandfather, the late Dharmacharya Ramnarayan Hardawar Pandey, played a pivotal role in establishing important religious sites, not only in Guyana, the Shiv Mandir in Crabwood Creek, but also the Sri Surya Narayan Mandir in both New York and in Orlando. Vyasji Suraj began his spiritual journey with his Upanaya Sanskara in 2008, guided by his Sadguru Pandit Vishnu and his Guruma Kunti Hardawar Pandey. During VSG's formative years, most importantly, he was guided by his parents, but just as important, he was also influenced by his Vidya Guru, Dharmacharya Pandit Ram Hardawar Pandey, and Ma Srimati Radha Hardawar Pandey, whose guidance were invaluable to his moral compass, his religious upbringing, and also his spiritual acumen. Professionally, this young man, this energetic VSG is certified as a Purohit by the USA Pandit Parishad and currently serves as a General Secretary. And he also performs spiritual rites here as a leader in this mandir. Alongside his spiritual responsibility, our VSG holds a master. I don't know how he could do it. All this responsibility, still find time to go to college and finish his graduate study with a master's degree in accounting from the University of Old Westbury, and work as an accountant for a major defense contractor whose headquarters based in Virginia. And I added this part later on, early this morning after my niece chewed me out. VSG is married to the gorgeous, captivating, and radiant Himanjali Jagnanan. VSG. And I'll hand the microphone over to you.
Hari Om. Om. गणपतये नमः। ॐ ऐं सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्रीवेदपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री सीतारामचन्द्राय नमः। ॐ श्री राधाकृष्ण चन्द्राय नमः। ॐ श्री सूर्यनारायण भ्यां नमः। Join with me in प्रार्थना। ॐ तच्छन्योरावृण्यमये गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञमदये दैवे स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जगातु वेषजं शन्नोऽस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे। ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर्धुरतानि परास्व यद्भद्रं तन्नास्व। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोपत्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशाय नाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जन्मान्यस्य नवयाद्यत शार्तेश विघ्नस्वरात् तेने ब्रह्म हृदयादिकवये मोहयन्ते यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्रा त्रिसर्गो मृषाम् धाम्नास्येन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलम् शुकमुकारं मृतद्रवसंयुतम् पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुर्मुहुः रसिका भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तमपेतमपेतकृत्यम् द्वैपायनो विराकाताराजुहावान् पुत्रेति तन्मयतातरेभिनेधुस्तम् सर्वभूतं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसार बन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभु विष्णवे। सदाशिवा समारम्भम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुः परं पदाम् वन्दे गुरुः परं पदाम् बोलिए श्री सीतारामचंद्र भगवान की जय। बोलिए श्री राधा कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। बोलिए श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण यज्ञ की जय। बोलिए श्री शुकदेव भगवान की जय। वेदव्यास भगवान की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। राधा रानी की जय। यमुना महारानी की जय। गोमती गंगा माता की जय। यज्ञेश्वरी जगत जननी गौ माता की जय। जय 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 श्री राधे श्याम। परमाध्यक्ष अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक भक्त वांच कल्पतरु सौशील्य वत्सल्य आदि अनंत गुण गंभीर्य यशोदा नंदन वर्धन भगवान श्री वसुदेव नंदन दुलारी, जिनकी मंगलमय छाया में, जिनकी मंगलमय चरणों के आश्रय में बैठकर हम सभी लोगों के श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की पावन चर्चा श्रवण कर रहे हैं। यज्ञ व्यवस्थापक जी, आदरणीय चाचा जी भगवान बेवधारी जी, परम पूज्य गुरु जी पंडित विष्णु हरद्वार पांडे, आदरणीय परम पूज्य श्रद्धेय धर्माचार्य जी पंडित राम हरद्वार पांडे जी, आचार्य और पंडितगण, मैं साष्टांग दंडवत करता हूँ भी। श्रद्धेय स्वर्गवासी व आजा जी पंडित हरद्वार पांडे और आजी जी कौशल्या हरद्वार पांडे और आजा जी श्रीमान जगनानंद बेवधारी और आजी जी श्रीमती महारानी बेवधारी, नाना जी पंडित उदित नारायण भेजनाथ और नानी जी श्रीमती सावित्री भेजनाथ, सर्व महान पितृ भगवान में खंड नमस्कारम करता हूँ भी। मुख्य यजकर्ता श्री जगनानंद परिवार, माताश्री और पिताश्री, मैं कोटि कोटि प्रणाम करता हूँ भी। आज हम कथा का आरंभ करेंगे इस श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण यज्ञ में आप सभी लोगों की स्वागत करता हूँ और मेरी सादर जय श्री कृष्णा। I welcome each and every one of you here to the Sri Surya Dham this beautiful evening as we embark upon Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran Yajna. It is through the grace of our Yajaman, the Jagnanan Parivar, that we are able to sit here in Satsang. Not only is it through their grace, but it is through the grace of Bhagavan Sri Hari that we are able to sit here in Satsang. बिनु सतसंग विवेकन होई, राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई। तो रामा कृपा, to Shri Hari Kripa, we are able to sit here and to join in yajna, in puja, in kirtan. Before we begin tonight's katha, I ask that you join with me in a few ahuti to Agni Bhagwan Yajna Narayan. एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो धन्ति प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा ॐ कात्यायन्य विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गे प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा सुदर्शनाय विद्महे महाज्वालाय धीमहि तन्नो चक्रः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा यन्मण्डलं दीप्तिकरं विशालम् रत्नाप्रभन्ति भ्रमणादिरूपम् दारिद्र्यदुःखक्षयकारणं च पुनातु मां तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा हरिः ॐ सहस्रशीर्षावोरुकः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपाता सावोमेवं सर्वतस्मृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठन्यशाङ्गुलं माम् ॐ नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा यदा भाण्डहारं वचनं वारितं भवेत् तद्वद्देवागणां शान्तिर्भवति वारिका शान्तिरस्तु पुष्यरस्तु तुष्यरस्तु वृद्धिरस्तु यत्पापं तत्परिहन्वस्तु द्विपदे चतुष्पदे शान्तिर्भवतु। हे गणपति बाबा, you who are the remover of all obstacles in this world, He Bhagavan, you who multiply the blessings that come into our lives, He Ganapati, to you this evening we surrender. Vande Ganapati Vighna Vinashana He Lambodhar Gajanana सिद्धि विनायक भगवान की जय. This evening, as we embark upon Katha, we turn our attentions to the form of Bhagavan Sri Bhangi Bihari Lal as we recite a few lines of this Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran ka Sumiran. Let us take an image of Bhagavan Sri Hari in your hearts and your minds as we together in one voice, in one faith, in one bhakti, we surrender our mind Sharanagati to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Riddhi Siddhi Data Siddha Sadhana Bharana Bhagana Sumiro Bharamba Marana Parana Kila Ganapati Krupanida Shakilak Praman Narano Shri Bhagavat Jai Shivananda Kalli Bhutanata Bhava Bhayaran Bhakti Vishaya Nirghan Chanda Mukunda Braja Bhushana Bhushanarana Tata Bhava Bhayapan Sarana Sharana Anakare Jaya 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 Jagadev Sevat Shesha Mahesha Mahima Amita Veda Janat Nahi Veda Janat Nahi Veda Janat Nahi Nar Narayan Girapati Vyasadev Shukadev बार बार बिनो तुम्हें हरणो विघ्न बुद्धिदेव व्यासदेव शुकदेव जी शौनक सुत प्रणाम बार बार कर प्रेम से की जय पूर्ण काम की जय पूर्ण काम बोलिए श्री भक्तवत्सल भगवान की जय बोलिए श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय Krishna Dvaipayana is the name given to the author, so to speak, of Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. Krishna Dvaipayana is no other than Sri Vedavyasa Bhagavan himself. When he was born upon an island in between two rivers. And on this island, his father, Parashar Rishi, and his mother, Satyavati, they came together. When Krishna Dvaipayana was born, his name suggests Krishna, that he was dark in complexion, just like Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself. This Krishna Dvaipayana is the one who compiled the Vedas. He put them together in order. He gave us Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and then finally Atharva Veda. Each Veda categorized into 4 parts: the Samhita section, the Brahmanas, the Aranyakas, and the Upanishads. This great individual, Krishna Dvaipayana, Vedavyasa Bhagavan, he compiled so many Puranas, Upapuranas, Brahma Sutras, all of this great individual you see here on this beautiful picture that Babaji had created. It is Vedavyasa reciting the entire Mahabharata to Bhagwan Ganapati, and Ganapati Baba, having no pen, he broke his tusk and he used that to pen the divine words of Mahabharata. And what that includes in Mahabharata is also Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So this great individual, Vedavyasa Bhagavan, he has done so much of work already in his life. And yet, this Vedavyasa, this Krishna Dvaipayana, he sits at the banks of Saraswati Nadi at Bhadrika Ashram, and he feels unfulfilled in his life. Imagine a man who has done so much of a work, who has compiled so many great itihasa, so many shastra he has put together, Ved Shastra, Upapuranas, everything. And yet this individual sits at the bank of a river feeling unfulfilled. In life, we go to work, we come home, we have our families, we do everything that we feel we must do according to our dharma, and yet still we come home and we sit upon the sofa, we sit upon the chair, yet still somehow in our hearts we feel unfulfilled. We still feel that there is something left that we can give or something more that we can do. And this is the same feeling that Krishna Dvaipayana, Vedavyasa Bhagavan, was feeling. In our lives, when we are feeling unfulfilled, when this great bhakta, this great sadhaka was feeling so unfulfilled, Bhagavan is so compassionate. This is why he is called Bhol Bhakta Vatsala Bhagavan Ki Jai. He is called Bhakta Vatsala because he is the lover of those who surrender to his feet. Those are the bhaktas. And so Vedavyasa Bhagavan being a great bhakta, us, all of us being great bhaktas, when we are feeling unfulfilled, Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself, Bhagavan Sri Hari, he comes into our lives. What Bhagavan Sri Hari did, he sends the Guru, he sends Narad Muni, and he comes Narayan, Narayan, Narayana, Narayana. He comes to Vedavyasa Bhagavan and he gives us, Dr. G. Keshwar would give, he gives a diagnosis. He says, you've written about dharma, you've written about arth, you've written about kama, you've written about moksha, but you've not directly glorified and linked these Purusha arthas to Bhagavan, his leelas, his bhakti rasa. Narad Muni says, even if your work is 100% correct in logics and reasoning, it is useless if it does not glorify the Bhagavan. It is useless if it does not bring out that bhakti, that bhav that comes when you sit in satsanga and you listen to katha, that bhav that comes forth from the bhakta. So, as Dr. G would do, he gives a prescription and he says, this is what I advise you to take, advise you to do. This is Narad Ji's advice. Now go ahead and author a shastra that directly sings the nama, the rupa, the guna, the leela of Bhagavan, and use that as an outlet for yourself to give out the highest of philosophies, the highest of dharmas that exist in this world. That will satisfy both the jnani and the bhakta. The one who is looking for that pure jnanam, that only that knowledge, he will be fulfilled. The one who is looking for bhakti only, he will be fulfilled. And the one that merges both, he will also be fulfilled. Create that Shastra, bring to us that great work that will bring such an emotion into the lives of all. Vyas Bhagwan Krishna Dvaipayana, deeply inspired by the words of his Doctor Ji, of his Guru at this moment, he enters into what we call Samadhi. And in his vision of Samadhi, in his meditation, he sees the divine form of Bhagavan and his entire Maya Shakti. And in his mind, this beautiful verse comes to him. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Anarto Pashamam Sakshat Bhakti Yoga Madhukshaje Lokasya Janato Vidvansh Chakra Sattva Samhitam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. From that vision of Bhagavan Sri Hari that he had in his mind, he composed what we know as Srimad Bhagavad Mahapurana, Dwadasa Skanda, 18,000 verses. Such a lengthy Purana, this Ved Vyasa comes forward. In this verse, it talks about Anarto Pashamanam. Anartha means that which is an unwanted desire, a vasana that lingers in the mind of a sadhaka, that puts us in a situation of distress and despair. So Anarto Pashama refers to the process that Veda Vyasa is now going to take us through, that removes these anarthas, these negative qualities, kama, krodha, madha, lobha, ahamkar, matsaryam, all will be removed through this process of Bhagavat Mahapurana. He says now that Sakshat Bhakti Yogam, that this Purana will lead you, Sakshat means directly to the feet of Bhagavan Sri Hari. Lokasya Janato Vidvans, that in this society, in the world we have, he noticed, Vedvyasa Bhagavan noticed, just like Narad Muni noticed when he went to Bhagavan Sri Hari and he asked for Satyanarayana Vrata Katha, he noticed that the people upon this world were suffering. They had so much despair, so much distress. So Veda Vyasa takes it upon him now to bring forth this Purana that will bring us Sakshat Bhakti Yogam, through Bhakti Yoga, directly to the feet of Bhagavan Sri Hari. This Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. So in my readings, I asked myself, why are we calling this Purana Mahapurana? We have 108 Puranas, and yet we have 18 Mahapuranas. What makes a Purana a Mahapurana? Is a very valid question someone may ask. And so it says that for a Grantha, or work, or a Shastra, to be called a Purana, it must have at least 5 Lakshanas. Lakshana means a characteristic. A Grantha that is a Mahapurana must have 10 Lakshanas, 10 characteristics. And what are these 10 characteristics that Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran gives to us? The first one is Sarga. Sarga means primary creation that is given by Bhagavan. The Srishti, the creation of this world, that must be listed in the Purana. Visarga, secondary creation, meaning mankind is created, animals are created, trees are created. That is a secondary Srishti that occurs. That must be in the Mahapurana. Sthana means maintenance of all living beings. How these beings are to survive in this world must be talked about. Poshana, the grace and the protection of Bhagavan Sri Hari must also be in the Purana. For example, Gajendra Moksha, Prahalada Katha, these are all kathas that detail Bhagavan saving the bhakta. The fifth characteristic is Uti. It must talk about the karmic desires of jivas. It must describe all of us here, what tendencies we have in this world and how to solve them. It also must talk about manvantara, the cycles of time that exist in this world. Seventh, Ishanu Katha. There must be stories of the Lord, Leelas of the Lord, His pastimes and all His great works. The eighth characteristic must be Nirodha. It must talk about, first we had Sarga, which is Srishti. Nirodha talks about dissolution or Pralay. Mukti is the ninth, and that is liberation of the Jivatma. That must be mentioned in the Mahapurana. And finally, the 10th characteristic is Ashraya. Ashraya means Sharanagati, that it must talk about the supreme Sharanagat, that surrendering to the Lord must all be in a Mahapurana. So imagine the great work ahead of Vyasa Bhagwan to put all of these lakshanas together and bring it together for us to listen to. 12 skanda, 18,000 shlokas, numerous stutis. It says in Bhagavad Mahapuran, there are Dev Stuti, Brahm Stuti, Rudra Gitam, Narayana Kavacham. There's Panchagitam, 5 beautiful Gitas in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Pancha Stuti, all of this is detailed in Bhagavad Mahapuranam. And how did this knowledge come to the world? From Bhagwan Shri Narayana himself to Brahmaji, to Narada, and as Narada sat in front of Vyasa Bhagwan giving him that Guru Darshan, then Vedavyas could receive that knowledge. Then finally Shukadeva receives that knowledge from his father. He gives it to Raja Parikshit. Shukadeva also gives this knowledge of Bhagavad Mahapuran to Suji Maharaj. Suji Maharaj gives it to Shaunaka Rishi and all others who are in attendance. And so this is the parampara, this is its lineage, this is how the knowledge of Bhagavatam is passed on. You can pick up the Bhagavatam and you can read, but the real darshan, the real liberation of the Jivatma of yourself comes from Bhagavad Katha, where Vyasa Bhagwan comes to sit, to read to you the shlokas, the rasam of Bhagavad Mahapuran. During the conversation now, Bhakta Jano, as I mentioned, Sutaji is one of the narrators of this Bhagavad Mahapuran. So Sutaji, he says, I have heard this Bhagavad Mahapuran from Raja Parikshit, from Shuk Maharaj, who told it to Raja Parikshit, and this is the Bhagavatam that I'm going to narrate to all of you here. And so we begin with Shaunak Rishi, who sits at Naimisharanye, and he asks Sutaji, Hey Suji Maharaj, give me that rasam, that beauty of Narayana Katha. The word Katha means what to us? He says in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Suta kyahi kata saram mama karna rasayanam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Katha means katyate prakashayate yataha. That which enlightens you is katha. But that which enlightens you in paravidya, in the highest of all knowledge of this world, knowledge of Bhagavan, that is the true katha. That which prakashayate, that which gives you the light, the knowledge of the Divine Lord. So Shaunak Rishi is asking for that katha, wherein which devotion is gained, dispassion is attained, and knowledge begins to grow. What kind of a katha that you want to receive from a Vyas? We all come to Mandir on a Sunday service. We all want to listen to katha, and when we come, in 5 minutes we get fidgety. In half an hour we get fidgety. So what kind of a katha you wish to receive? You want instant coffee katha? Or you want, when you go to the coffee shop and you go to the barista and they have to give you pour over coffee. They have to filter the coffee. They have to grind the coffee, and drop by drop, you will stand there and you will wait patiently for the coffee. This is the kind of katha that you should want to receive. If I came and I told you, Tattvam Masi, Ayam Atma, Pragyanam Brahman, Hari Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. And if I gave that to you to listen, and you went home, that rasam, that understanding will not be there for you. So this katha, this Bhagavad Mahapuran, this Saptaha, this 7 days are like a drip. It's like a drip of knowledge that you are filling up this cup that you want to receive from Bhagavan. And so, it says in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Janmantare bhavik punyam tada bhagavatam labet. That only after tremendous punya has been received over countless of lives, then you will gain the opportunity to listen to this Bhagavad Mahapuran. Even this great knowledge is not given to the devatas. Only you in this Manushya Sharira can receive this knowledge. Why? When the devatas heard of Raja Parikshit's curse, the shrap given to him, the devatas went to Shukadeva Brahman and they said, listen, if you give us Bhagavad Puran Ras, we will give Raja Parikshit that Amritam that we have, the devatas have. This is what they posed to Shukadeva Brahman. But what Shukadeva Brahman says in response, we see in Shloka. Om Kwa Sudha Kwa Katha Loke Kwa Kacha Kwa Mani Mahan Brahmarto Vicharyevam Tadadevan Jahasaham. Shukadeva Brahman, he laughs at the devatas. Tada devan jahasaham. He says, oh foolish ones, you are comparing the nectar of Bhagavad Amritam to the Amritam that you have. You are comparing a piece of glass to a finely made jewel. That the Amritam that you have is a worldly Amritam. The Amritam that I am going to give Raja Parikshit will liberate him forever and ever in this world. It is priceless. I would never give to you this Bhagavad Amritam in return for Raja Parikshit to receive that kind of Amritam. So, only those of us who live in this Manushya Sharira, in this Bhuloka, who have experimented with this life and want nothing more, it is them that receive the Bhagavad Katha. We begin this evening with Bhagavad Mahatmya. Bhagavad Mahatmya comes from Padma Purana. When you want to have a really good plumber come to your house, you type in on Google, plumbers near me, and a whole list of people come up. When you look at that list of people, who do you see? There are two cars blocking Swamiji from leaving. There's an Infiniti JAB 3729 and a Nissan Rogue HRJ 1535. If you could move your car so that Swamiji can leave, that would be much appreciated. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. When you look through that list of plumbers that comes up when you Google, and you want to find out who is the best one, you don't call that plumber and say, hey, are you good at what you do? No, that'd be crazy. You click on Google reviews and you start to read. You say, oh, this plumber is a good, he has rated 3 stars, he's rated 4 stars, this one rated 2.5 stars. So this is what Padma Purana is doing. Padma Purana is giving us a Yelp review of Bhagavad Mahapurana. He gives us 2 reviews in Bhagavad Mahatmya. Tonight we will look at both of these reviews. In Padma Purana, we see the katha of Bhakti and her 2 sons, Gyan or Vairag. We join in shloka. Om Aham Bhaktiriti Kyatam Imo Me Tanayo Mato Jnana Vairagya Mano Kala Yogena Jaro Jaro Gangandya Suritasche Matsevartam Samagata Tattapi Nacha Me Shreya Sevitaya Surairapi Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. As Naraji was traveling one day in Bharatavarsha, he reached Vrindavan, and there he saw a young, beautiful woman who next to her 2 haggard, old-looking, but what appeared to be her sons, laying unconscious next to her. Naraji approaching, she tearfully looks at this sant who approaches her. Hey Narad Muni, please help end my misery. My 2 sons are lying here unconscious. So Narad Muni asks her, who are these 2 boys? What are their names? Their names, my dear Bhaktajano, are Gyan and Vairagya. This Bhakti had started off traveling Bharatavarsha with her 2 sons, and they were so vibrant, so energetic, so full of life. But yet, over time, they became so haggard looking. She herself, this Bhakti Ma, as she traveled and traversed, she started losing her beauty. She started losing that which made her so vibrant. Only when she ended up in Vrindavan, then she started to feel much better again. When they were traveling, it says here in Bhagavad Mahapuran that people in life, they start off with a tremendous amount of bhakti. And throughout their life, for some reason or another, that bhakti tends to wane. As they go through trials and tribulations, their bhakti wanes. But at some point, something happens in their life where they reach an area, this area of Vrindavan. They reach an area like this that is so filled with love and devotion to the Lord that their bhakti is invigorated once again. This is that Bhakti Ma. But yet, when she reached Vrindavan and she felt invigorated again, her 2 sons still did not awaken. They still sat there unconscious. So Narad Muni, he says, he listens to the plea of Bhakti Ji. He says, okay, let me try and revive them the best that I know how. He whispered into their ears all of the Vedas. He whispered into their ears, Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumegum Sarvatas Pritta Titishthanda Shangulamma. All the suktams of the Vedas, all the mantras of the Ved. He recited Vedanta, all of this great knowledge into the ears of Gyan and Vairagya, and yet they still did not awaken. Naraji was perplexed. What kind of a sleep is this, that the Vedas themselves could not awaken them? But then an Akashavani spoke and said to Naraji, do not worry. Your task will be accomplished, but first you have to do a few works, a few noble deeds. There will be some rishis who come and assist you. So as Naraji traveled on, he finally met up with the 4 Sanat Kumaras, the mind-born sons of Brahmaji, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara. And here he told them of his issue and Bhakti Ma's issue. And they, the four mind-born sons of Brahmaji, advised him of a solution. What is the solution that they gave to Naraji? We see. Om Satkarma Suchako Nunam Jnana Yajna Smrito Bhudaihi Srimad Bhagavataya Satu Gita Shukadibhi Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. The Kumaras advised Naradji to host a Bhagavad Saptaha Jnana Yajna, and telling him that surely through listening to this Bhagavad Katha, these two boys will be awakened. Naradji responds and he says, I don't understand what you're saying, hey Kumaras. The Bhagavatam does not say anything other than what the Vedas talk about. All the verses of Bhagavat are essentially the Vedas and are essentially Vedanta. Why is it that this Bhagavat Yajna is any different than what I already tried to do to awaken these two boys who are unconscious? And the Kumaras responded to him. Ikshunam api madhyantam Sharkara vyapatishtatim Pratadbhuta cha samishta Tata bhagavati katha Idham bhagavatam nama puranam Brahma samhitam Bhakti Jnana Vairaghanam Stapanaya Prakashitam Stapanaya Prakashitam. The Kumaras respond, they said, yes, this Bhagavatam is the essence of the Vedas. But if I told you to receive a mango and I tell you to go get and eat the mango tree, is it going to taste the same as the mango? The rasam, that fruit, comes from the mango tree, and that is what you can taste. You cannot get the sweetness of the mango from the tree, hey Narad Muni. The sweetness of the Vedas, the sweetness of Bhagavad Gita, the sweetness of Vedanta. Nigamakalpatarur ghalitam phalam Shukamukaram Mritadrava Samyutam. He says, Pibhata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhurahurasika Bhuvibhavuka. To drink Pibhata Bhagavatam. This is what he says. To drink the rasam of Bhagavat Mahapuranam. The ghee is made from milk. And that same ghee is used to light the diya. But take that same milk and try to light a diya with. It won't happen, Bhakta Jano. This is the essence of Bhagavad Mahapurana. It is that fruit, that phalam of all of our Shastras put together. And then Narad Muni, he began to host a Bhagavad Mahapurana Yajna for these two young men. As soon as they heard, by the time they heard only just the Sankalpa, Hari Om Tat Hari Om Tat Hari Om Tat Vishnor Vishnor Vishno Sri Bhagavad Maha Purushasya Adya Brahmana Ditye Praharde Sri Hari Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivashamandare. From the time they heard the Sankalpa that Bhagavad Mahapurana Yajna was to be read, these two boys awakened from their unconsciousness. You see, Bhagavad Mahapurana is the convergence of many, many things. One stream that converges into this pool is bhakti. But bhakti alone will not take you very far in this world. Bhakti is good, but you need jnanam, you need knowledge. these two sons of Bhakti-ma, Jnana and Vairagya. Jnana means knowledge. Vairagya means dispassion, the ability to, like the swan, to separate the water from the milk, to separate what is good from bad, to separate what is dharmic versus what is adharmic. This is all necessary in your life. These are all three different streams that come forward and come into the pool of Bhagavad Mahapurana. Only when all three are awakened, only when all three are vibrant and enlivened, then you can receive the true rasam of Bhagavad Mahapurana. And so these two boys, when they were awakened, they listened to Bhagavad Mahapurana, and after which Narad Muni sent Bhakti to be with Bhagavan Shri Hari. My dear Bhaktajano, this is the first review that Padma Purana gives to all of us. This is the first review, 5-star review Padma Purana gives. The second review that Bhagavad Mahatmya talks about is a katha that I'm sure all of you know. And this is the katha of Gokarnaji and Dhundukari. I ask that you all clasp your hands as we join in this second review. Why is it that we should read this Bhagavad? Why is it that we should come together and perform the puja to Bhagavan Sri Krishna to 7 days, listen to his katha? Padma Purana dictates to us, gives us the recipe, gives us the understanding, gives us that knowledge of why such importance is placed, why a Yajamana has placed such great importance in putting together this divine yajna. Hari Om. Atmadeva Pure Tasmin Sarvadeva Visharada Shrotam Smarteshu Vishnoto Dvitiya Iva Bhaskara Bhikshuko Vittalalpa Tatpriya Dhunduli Smrita Swavakya Stapika Nityam Sundari Sukulodbhava Sundari Sukulodbhava. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Atmadev Chaturvedi Maharaj, a great jnani, a great pandito, lives on the bank of Tungabhadra Nadi with his wife Dhunduli. Atmadeva Pure Tasmin Sarva Veda Visharada, a pandito who knew all the 4 Vedas, who practiced sadachar, who performed his sandhya 3 times a day, following all the guidelines and rules that a Brahmana should follow. And yet, his Dharampatni, Dhunduli, was the exact opposite of him. When he would go to pray, she would go to fight. When he would go to meditate, she would go to fight and argue. This is the kind of life that Atmadeva and Dhunduli had together. Jai Bhagwan, my Dharampatni, is the complete opposite of Dhunduli. Atmadeva, one day after being depressed, you see in our Shastras there's a litany of kathas that talk about the depression of not having lineage in this world. We see it in Ramayana when Raja Dashratha was in despair. Same thing here in Bhagavad Mahapurana. Atmadeva was depressed after not having any children, no sons, to free him from what we call Naraka. Nearing a lake, one day he left to do meditation, and there a sannyasi came. And Atmadeva Chaturvedi Maharaj, he fell at the feet of this great saint. Atmadeva tells the sannyasi, he says, Hey Prabhu, I do not have a son. I do not have a lineage to take forward myself in this world. So the sannyasi, listening to Atmadeva pining over a son, This is his response. He says, why pine for a son? When they are born, they start off so nice. But eventually, they too will give you tremendous sadness. This is what the sannyasi is telling Atmadeva. Remember this, the words of the sannyasi. He says, the sannyasi tells him, instead of asking for a son that might give you happiness and might give you sadness in your life both, why don't you take up sannyas? You're a brahmana, you're nearing the age, why don't you take up sannyasi? And that will grant you unlimited joys in your meditation. But Atmadeva, he is adamant in his ask. And so the sannyasi ji, he says, okay, you really want a son? He says, take this phalam, take this fruit, and give it to your wife to eat. For 1 year, she should observe the appropriate vrata, fasting. You know, in Sanatan Dharma, we have 4 pillars: Satyam, Saucham, Daya, Dhanam. Saucham, purity. Fasting and vratas all fall under this Saucham. And so, she has to follow the appropriate vratas. She can only eat once a day. And after a year, she will have a very pious son be born in her womb. Hearing this, the words of the sannyasi Atmadeva was overjoyed. He will now be blessed with a son, and he ran home to his wife Dunduli. Dunduli, hearing the arduous task that is now given to her, she says to her husband, her Patideva, how will I live? Are you crazy? How will I do all my chores? I can only eat once a day, and you want me to do all of this work in the house? What's wrong with you? I don't have no energy. And so she refuses to partake in this vratam that she has to undertake and to eat the fruit. But Atmadeva adamant again, he says, you must. These are the words of the sannyasi. So she says, okay. So Atmadeva, one day he left now to go do his japam and his meditation and so forth. And when he left, this wicked Dunduli, she concocted already a whole plan that when her husband leaves, she will go to her sister. Her sister at the time was already pregnant, and she concocted a plan with her sister that I will take your child, I will give you some money, and I will bring this child home. I will tell Atmadeva that I've ate the fruit and that this son is being born to us. And so when Atmadeva came back, this plan was enacted, and Atmadeva felt very satisfied, and the child was born. Dunduli now, when the child is born, Atmadeva says it is time for the Namkaran Sanskara. What will we name the child? Dunduli said, I had this child in my womb for 9 months. I did all of this vratam. I had all of this saucham you asked me to do. It's my son. My son. Meanwhile, this is the son of her sister. This is my son. He should be just like me. He should have a name just like me. And what name she gave him? Dundukari. This is the name that the son was given. Dundukari means, in Sanskrit, Dundukari means one who is rowdy, one who makes a lot of noise and a lot of issues. This is the kind of name that Dunduli gives to her son. When you do Namkarana Sanskara, the Nakshatra Dev, the Titi Dev is worshipped. The name is found for the child that will bring most blessings to that child. Not just any name is given. The sound, the syllable that exists at the time of birth, the Panditji will find that syllable and he will give that child a name that begins with that syllable. Here Dunduli is taking it upon herself to provide a name. And so what kind of a lifestyle will that child have? We clearly can see. So Dunduli now, she also wants to test the fruit. At first she didn't take the words of the sannyasi true, but now she says, now she has a son. She says, you think this thing really works? So what she did, she gave the fruit to a cow. And that very same cow became pregnant with a son at the same time that she was enacting this plan. And when that cow gave birth, a son was born, and that son had ears that looked just like a cow. And what that son's name was? Gokarna. So these two sons, Gokarna ji and Dundukari, they grew up together It says in Bhagavatam, Gokarna Pandito Jnani Dhundukari Mahakala. Gokarna Pandito Jnani. Gokarna was just like his father, a pious Brahmana who performed all the great works that he has to do in life. And Dhundukari became a wicked individual. He beat others. He threw children into wells. He slept with women of ill character. He harassed his mother and father to no end. What kind of a son? You remember the words the sannyasi told him? You want a son, you don't know how he will treat you. And look now what has come into your life. Atmadeva thought himself to be in utter grief, despair at the treatment that he was receiving from Dhundukari, his son. He said, I should have listened to the sannyasi that day, because look what kind of son I got. Punnamno narakad yasmat rayate putraha. The putra is the one that frees the father and the mother from narakam, from the hells of this world, and yet this son is creating a living hell for them in his own life, yet alone freeing him from the hell after his death. It is a narakam for him in his own life right now. Gokarna, being the pious son, he advised his father to give up all false expectations and retire to the forest, like the sannyasi had already advised him. Atmadeva said, but what am I going to do in the forest? What am I going to do there? I'm 60 years old. What am I going to do? I have no knowledge whatsoever on how to relinquish myself from this samsara. And here in Bhagavad Mahapuran, it is referred to as Gokarna Gita, where Gokarnaji, the son of Atmadeva, gives to his father the greatest of knowledge of this world to relieve yourself from this samsara, from dukkha of this world. In Shloka, we see what Gokarnaji Maharaj, what he says. Om Dehe Sthritamam Sarudhire Bhimatam Tyajatvam Jayasu Kadisho Sada Mamatam Vibhuncha Pasyanisham Jagadarivam Kshana Bhakshanishtam Vairagiragarasiku Bhava Bhakti Nishtaha Dharmam Varasya Satatam Tyaja Loka Dharman Sevasya Cha Sadhu Purushan Jahi Kama Trishnam Anyasya Doshagano Chintanan Masha Mukta Sevakarata Sammoha Nitaram Pivatham. He says in beautiful shloka, he says, Deha Tyaga, give up false identification with this body, which is only made of bones and flesh, he Pitashri. Renounce attachments to your wife, your children, all relations, and observe this world as fleeting in nature, perishable in nature. Dharmam bhajasva satatam, engage in righteous dharma, dharmic duties in the forest. Meditate and sevasya sadhu parishaha, serve the saintly ones, the godly ones, and those who have given up desires of lust. This is the teachings that the son gives to his father. Listening to the great words of Atmadeva, of Gokarnaji, Atmadeva then relinquished everything and went to the forest. Dhunduli now remains with her son Dhundukariji. He continued to beat her. He took all her money, not able to bear the pain and the suffering caused by a son. She eventually took her own life. Dhundukari is such a terrible individual, seeing his own mother take his life. He looked at it almost like a blessing. He says, oh, now I am free. I can do whatever I want to do. and he brings home multiple women. Bhagavatam says 5 women of ill character to live with him. Day in and day out, he would go out and steal and bring home and give food and monies to these women. And eventually, these women became so greedy that Dhundukari, he says, I don't think I can even steal this much and get this much that these 5 women want me to get. And so the women, realizing that Dhundukari ji will not be able to continue this work that he's doing for them, they bound him, they tied him up, they gagged him, they put hot burning coals in his mouth, and from that torture, from these 5 women, he passed. He left his stula sharira. These 5 women represent in our lives sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. These 5 women. When we perform Anga Sparsha and we try to purify, what we try to purify? Om Vangame Asyastu, Om Nasur Me Pranarastu, Om Akshanor Me Chaksharastu, Om Karuno Me Shrotamastu, Om Bahur Me Bhallamastu, Om Ujhor Me Ujhorastu, Om Rishtani Me Angani Tanustanva Me Sah Santu. That in life we want to see only what is good. We want to hear only what is dharmic. We want to be able to perform karma that is only dharmic. And yet these 5 women, his senses, his own senses have led him astray in this world. Gokarna at the time of his brother's passing was on Yatra, Tirtha. And when he returned and learned of his brother's demise, he was saddened. But being a pious Brahmana, he knew that his action at this point is to perform the Shraddha, the Shraddha karma of his brother. And so Gokarnaji took his brother and he performed the Gaya Shraddha at Gaya, and he performed all the necessary rites for his brother. One night later on, as Gokarnaji was sleeping, he was awoken to a very terrific sight. In front of him, as his eyes awoken, was a gruesome creature indeed. This face of this creature was changing from a goat to a bull to a devata, back to a goat, constantly manipulating itself and disfiguring itself. This is what we call, and Dharmacharya ji spoke about this in Garud Puran Yagya. This is what we call the Adivatika Sharira, the Preta Sharira, when the Jivatma passes and goes and leaves this Stula Sharira and is in this state of confusion, this state of constant change. This is what Gokarnaji sees in front of him. But taking water, taking gel is a purifying aspect of this nature, and so he sprinkles gel upon the Preta that he sees in front of him, his brother, who could not speak. Sprinkling the water on Dhundukari, his brother now spoke these words. He says, mere bhai, because of my brother, because of my karma, I am here in this terrible prate form. Gokarnaji says, how? How is it that you are here still in this world, roaming when I have performed your karma, when I performed your shraddh? How is it that you do not move on? You see, because of the tremendous sins of Dhundukari, tremendous sins he performed in his life, even that shraddha could not fully move him on and liberate him from this world. And so Dhundukari ji asked his brother to help him. What Gokarna ji did at this time, he turned and he worshipped the form that is known to us as Bhagavan Sri Surya Narayan. Om Adideva Namastubhyam Prasidha Mama Bhaskara Divakara Namastubhyam Prabhakara Namostute Suryastam Jivanam Bhavati Nitya Pratibandhanam Dinakar He Dinamani Namah Svikaro Tummatarpanam Bhanu Divakaradhitya Martanham Jagatam Pate आपामनिधे जगत रक्षा भूत भावन Bhaskara. Bhagavan Sri Surya is Bhuta Bhavana Bhaskara. He gives life and nourishes all creatures of this world. And if he can sustain life, he also guides life after the passing. Aryama Bhagavan, that form of Bhagavan Sri Surya as Aryama, Bhagavad Gita likha hai. Anantascha Ashmi Naganam Varuno Yadasam Aham Pitrinam Aryama Cha Asmi Yamasam Yamatam Aham. But in the form of Aryama, Bhagavan Sri Surya Narayan takes his form. He is Pitrapati. He is the one that ferries the Jivatma after he had departed and left the Stula Sharira. This is the form of Bhagavan Sri Surya that comes forward. He takes all our offerings, he takes the Pindadan, he takes the Tarpanadhan, and he travels with the Jivatma, bringing it to Pitra Lokam, to Bhagavan Sri Surya. It is beautiful, most beautiful indeed, that we can perform and listen to Bhagavad Katha in Sri Surya Dham. For a moment, let us meditate upon Bhagavan Sri Surya. Jo suraj ko puje, uska ho bera par. Jo suraj ko puje, uska ho bera par. Srishti ka ho sarvanhar, sabka ho palanhar. करता है वो ही संहार, नमन करो सको संसार. जो सूरज को पूजे उसका हो बेड़ा पार. Sri Surya Narayan Bhagavan ki. Pleased with the worship of Gokarna Chaturvedi Maharaj, Bhagavan Sri Surya told him that a Bhagavad Mahapurana Saptaha should be conducted, and once done, everything will be okay. Dhundukari will be freed from this world. So Gokarna ji went ahead with all the preparations, like Panditji has done, as Mataji has done, getting the appropriate Panditjis, the Vyasji, the Puja Sarjam, preparing the altar, the Vedi, the Vyaspit. And Dhundukari, while he was waiting for this yajna to begin, he saw a bamboo. A dry bamboo was there, and seeing as he is in his Ativatika Sharira, this Sharira that's constantly moving, he said, let me go and stay in this bamboo so that I can stay and listen to this yajna. As every session of Bhagavatam went by, the villagers and all in attendance could hear a bursting sound coming from the bamboo. Each knot was cracking and bursting as each day of Katha went by. On the 7th day of Katha, the last bamboo knot burst open, and from there a divine being emerged from it. This was the divine being that Dhundukari has now become. Bowing down to his brother Gokarnaji, who was the Vyasa Bhagavan for the yajna, in this beautiful form, he thanked his brother from saving him from a terrible life that he would have to live as a preta. He now comes with Tulsi Mala, Chaturbhuja Roop. He comes now as this Dhundukari. From Vaikunta, the aerial chariot Pushpaka Viman came down to receive Dhundukari and take him away. Gokarnaji at this point asks a very astute question. Why did the Pushpak Vimana come down and only take Dhundukari? So many people listened to Bhagavad Katha. Hundreds and thousands of people listened. Gokarna himself was the Vakta. Why did not all of them go? Bhagavad Mahapuran gives us the answer to the question as we come to a close very soon this evening. Om Shravanasya Vibhedena Bhayavedatra Samstitaha Shravanam tu kritam sarvena Tata mananam kritam Saptaratre tumapesheva Pretena shravanam kritam Mananadi tatatena Stirachitte kritam vrisham Stirachitte kritam vrisham. He said that all those listen to Bhagavad Katha, but tata mananam kritam, they did not meditate, they did not perform nidhi dhyasana. Nidhi dhyasana means deep contemplation upon every shabda of Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. If they listen like Dhundukari listened, a man who has lived such a terrible life and is suffering so greatly, when he listened to Bhagavat Mahapuran, he listened so intently as he looked up to the Vyas Pit and he took in every single word that his dear brother Gokarna Chaturvedi Maharaj was saying, that how could he not be freed and liberated? So then what happened? Gokarnaji, he went back again and read a second Bhagavat Mahapuran Yajna, and this time all listened with great fervor, all listened with great contemplation, mananam, smaranam, nidhi dhyasana, and all were freed, all were liberated in this world. Just like in Ramayana, when the Pushpak Vimana came for the citizens of Ayodhya, all were freed, all were liberated in Bhagavad Mahapurana. What Pushpak Viman came for them? Vimana in Sanskrit. Vimana means that, ve means no. Mana or mana means ego. When there is no ahamkara, when there is no ahamkara in the mind of the sadhaka, in the mind of the bhakta, then that vimana, that pushpaka vimana will come to liberate you and to free you from this world. In Bhagavad Mahapuran Yajna, there were only three things. Three things. There is sadhana, there is the sadhya, and there is the sadhika. The sadhana is that path in which we follow. The sadhana is the Bhagavad Katha. The sadhya is the goal of life. The goal of life for all of us, dharma, arth, kama, moksha. Moksha, liberation, mukti is the sadhya. And the sadhaka is me, is you, is each and every one of us. We are all sadhakas. The yajamana are all sadhakas. The pandits are all sadhakas. Why we're all sadhakas? We're all seekers. We are seekers using Bhagavad Katha on that path to reach us to the feet of Bhagavan Shri Hari. Just like Dhundukari was liberated, just like Gyan and Vairagya were reawakened, that knowledge and that dispassion together with bhakti, as those three streams come together like Prayagraj, as they meet and that holy tirtha, bhakti, Gyan, Vairag, then you are awakened, you are liberated, you are freed. These are the two reviews that Bhagavad Mahapuran Mahatmai gives us. These are the two reviews that Padma Puran gives us. Both 5-star reviews. 5-star. So that when you listen to Bhagavad Katha, you know that when you listen for 7 days, as you listen for 7 days, you will be freed. The 7-day Katha, Subhecha, Vicharana, Tanumasana, Sattva-pati, Asamsakti, Padartha Bhavana, and finally, Turiyam. Turiyam is abidance, knowledge of oneself. As each day goes forward, you will be blessed. Bhagavan Sri Hari will continue to bless you as the words of Bhagavad Mahapuran flow in this year. And let them not flow out of this year. Keep them in between these 2 ears here. Mananam, Smaranam, Nidhidhyasana. And I'm sure that this Bhagavat Saptaha Yajna will be beneficial for each and every one of you. Bhakta Jano, I ask that you all clasp your hands as we join in final pratna this evening. Take these words of Bhagavat Mahatmya with you as we continue this journey tomorrow night. I invite each and every one of you to come back. Tomorrow night is also Diwali. Light your diyas at home, do your puja to Bhagwan, and then come and sit for Bhagavad Katha. Let us. Kasturi tilakam lalatapatale Vakshastale kaustubham Nasagre varamautikam karatave Venukare kankanam Sarvange harichandanam sulalitam Kante chamuktavari Gopasri pariveshtitho vijayate He bhutachudhamani Nigamakal ghalitam palam Shokamukaram ritadrava samyutam Pibhat bhagavatam rasamalayam Murahu rasika bhubhavakaha Murahu rasika bhubhavakaha Om karacharmakritam va kayajam karmajam va Sravanayinajam va manasam va paradham Vihitam avihitam va sarvametacchamasva Jai Jai Karunadhi Sri Mahadeva Shambho Jai Jai Karunadhi Sri Mahadeva Shambho Bhave Parvati Pataye Har 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 Mahadev Bole Bhakta Vatsala Bhagavan Ki Jai Bole Sri Sharanagata Vatsala Bhagavan Ki Jai Bole Sri Bhagavat Mahapuran Yajna Ki Jai Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Krishna Arpanamastu
One more time. Prem se bolo Vyas Maharaja ki jai. So I hope that this evening he has expanded our intellect and broadened our spiritual minds as we journeyed home this evening. So once again, please help me thank Vyas ji for such a spiritual, uplifting, and intellectually wise discourse this evening. Give him a round, please, of applause. So in this year now, we have built some efficiency, right? So again, tomorrow, as VSG said, same place, same time, to light your dias. Please join us. This evening was highly successful because of all of your presence here today. And we want to thank you from the bottom of our heart on behalf of the Jagnan family. Thank you again. I want to thank our honorable Pandits ji that are here in attendance today. I want to thank all the family members and all the volunteers again that helped. And so now we will conclude with final RT. And the efficiency I was talking about is after we finish the final RT, we will have the RT and Panchamrit up here. If you could come in an orderly fashion, take your RT, take your Panchamrit, exit, and we have Prasad out there. And then you could socialize with Bojan. You could have it to go, or you could stay back and enjoy Bojan. I would like to socialize with some of you. So Panditji, over to you.
So nice.
That's what I like to hear. Devotees, let us all stand for final Avati. At the same time, we'll remain standing for Arti. Hari Om. Arti. Acharya, finish the final Avati. Yani kani cha papani janmantar kritani cha तानि तानि विनश्यन्ते प्रदक्षिणा परे परे
जय 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 भारत जय 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 भारत जय भारत भगवान की आरती पापियों को पाप से तारती जय भारत भगवान की आरती पापियों
Dharmacharya ji is here, and I would like to ask him to give closing remarks and final prayer.
हम सब हाथ जोड़कर और अंतिम प्रार्थना. First session of Bhagavatam, indeed, and my word for Bhai Balram, scholarly. The presentation was scholarly, and I think Vyasji needs another huge round of applause. What he did in an hour, he summarized the entire Padma Puran Mahatma that describes the glories of Bhagavatam. And he placed it in such a simple manner, but he did not lose the essence, he did not miss the salient points, and he brought it out so beautifully for us tonight. Thank you very much, Vyasji, and we do look forward to tomorrow night. I guess we'll deal with Raja Parikshit Shah. Yam Brahma Varunindra Rudra Maruta Stunavanti Divyaistavari Vedai Sangha Padakramo Paranishidai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Vasti Tadgati Namanasa Pashyanti Yam Yogina Yasyantam Navidusura Asuragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktinam Janardhana Yat Pujayatam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tadastu Me Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam Harihi Om Dyo Shantir Antarikshagam Shanti Prithvi Shantir Apa Shanti Oshadyo Shanti Vanaspatya Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shanti Deva Shanti Sama Shantir Edin. सब कोई दंडवत कीजिए. बार बार वरमांगहु हर्ष देह श्रीरम पद सरोजन पायनी भक्ति सदा सतसंगसिया वर रामचंद्र की जय. शरणम प्रभु उमापति महादेव की जय. पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. शरणम प्रभु. एक बार बोलिए श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. बोलिए बांके बिहारी लाल की. भक्तवत्सल भगवान की जय. सूर्य नारायण भगवान की. पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव. बोलिए गंगा महारानी की. अरे भाई बोलिए सनातन धर्म की
जय।
सब संतन की जय जय। हरिओम हरिओम हरिओम। अपराधं शस्त्राणि क्रेन्त्यन संमया दासो एविति मत्वा क्षमस्व परमेश्वर। Please take your arti, your panchamrit, and there's Mahashadam prepared for all. Once again, thanks to our kind host, Pandit Ji Jagnanan and Dharampatni, and the entire family. And thanks to all of you for coming out here tonight in the first session. Happy Diwali to all.
So your best.